Good evening. I had so much fun with EverQuest 2 yesterday, so let's just continue on. Today we're going to start by finding my little evil fairy some room to stay in so that he can put his trophies away, and then we will continue lore and legend. And I did some research and found out that there's 3 more lore and legend quests in this forest that we started in. So if we can find those, I think it's elementals, skeletons, and something called Dracota. If we can clear those, I think that'll probably be the stream tonight. But the first thing we're doing is apparently there's cheap player housing in the city that we are in, so we need to find that first. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm starting a little bit earlier tonight than I usually do, and that's because I did have some computer issues earlier. The computer spontaneously shut down on me earlier, so I think, but I've scheduled to do some seasonal maintenance on it tomorrow, so shouldn't affect us too much. If the computer shuts down, obviously stream is ending early, but it shouldn't affect us beyond tonight. And it's been working fine since then, without any further issues. So maybe we'll get lucky. But let's go ahead and play as much as we can before that potentially could happen. So let's go in and load the world. And I camped in the middle of the city, so I shouldn't be in the wilderness right now. Alright, looks like it's loading. And yeah, I just saw the stream playback is 15 seconds approximately behind real time. So it's a good thing I'm not playing any, it's a good thing I'm not trying to stream Drawful tonight, isn't it? Hopefully after seasonal maintenance tomorrow, hopefully that will help resolve some of the lag issues so that I can start getting Drawful going again soon. I'm looking for... Alright, there's the banker. Alright. Okay, so we can actually do wayfinders here. Let's use that wayfind. Alright. Either this feature did not exist when I played in college, or I never used it when I played in college, because I certainly do not remember this feature. Maybe I did use it and I just don't remember it. I have no idea where it's trying to take me. Okay, so there's some kind of camp here in the middle of the forest. Alright, what did I just do? I didn't do anything. How did I level up? So here's some trainers. How do I actually use it? Alright, how do I use this bag? Alright, I'm looking this up because I don't remember how to add a bag to my inventory. Okay. Character screen. So now if I do this. Alright, we figured it out. That's how we upgrade inventory bags. Looks like the character can hold up to 6. Alright, good, we know how to do that. Alright. That's usable. All my bags are now accounted for. Actually, yeah, I don't feel the need to upgrade inventory anymore just yet. But I could probably go get a few more of those bags and upgrade the rest of these 4s to 5s. I'm not going to do so right now, though. Alright, so this is just a camp of some kind. Tin chainmail looks interesting. Tin plate mail. Oh, what weapon do I currently have? How does that compare? 1 to 3. One to 4. We're not going to worry about this right now. We were doing just fine on our own. Let's come back to the map. What I want to know is how to get anywhere. I wonder if that's the city. So maybe we were just in an outpost of the city. Something aggroed me just now. Alright, yeah, so that looks like a proper entrance to a city. So we were just in a little suburb of the city before. Well, I've already been streaming 15 minutes. All that was 15 minutes? Wow. Funny how time flies when you're playing a game. Oh yeah, so it looks like this is the city proper. So where we were yesterday was just the starting area. That little town that we were in. I saw online a screenshot of the specific NPC we're looking for. New Foreign Quarter. I think this is the area I read about that I want to be in. I'm not sure exactly which building he's in, but we'll figure it out. Ah, this is where the broker is. That's for the player economy. Here's a general goods store. Interesting. Once we find our house, I think I'm going to try and drop a mark. Oh, that's Morrowind, isn't it? I'm sure there's an equivalent spell here. Alright, there's general goods. Hey, what's a little kid doing what are these little kids doing in a city of Darksiders? Unless their parents are Darksiders. That would make sense, I guess. Trade skill feel? Not sure what's meant by that, but it's not a thing I'm focused on today. There seem to be a lot of these general goods stores, unless I keep spinning around and just entering and exiting the same one. Maybe that's it, because, yeah, there's the alchemist, so yeah, I'm lost. There's a signpost. I'm not sure exactly which section of the city my target is in, but we'll figure it out. So that's some kind of guard tower. Let's look at the map. Shieldsmith, armor, weaponsmith. Let's go look at this clothing shop real quick. Maybe I can get something for my look. And now I've already got armors going on for my appearance. I think we're good. Alright, so that's a teleporter, so we can explore other areas too. Jewelry. Let's go here. Let's look at this pet merchant real quick. Yeah, we'll be getting back to the quests a little bit later in the stream. I really do want to explore the city a little bit, figure out housing, which is one of yesterday's objectives I never completed. So we'll be doing some more exciting stuff soon, I think. Wow, this city is a lot bigger than I thought it was, with a whole bunch of distinct neighborhoods. I'll learn my way around in a few weeks, unless I spend all my time exploring outside. Before I go there, what does this do? Teleporter. So this is for getting around the city quickly. I'm sure it's got its uses, but I'd rather take the scenic route, at least my first time through. Ah, they're all silver pieces. I can't get a pet right now. After today's hunt, though, probably. I wonder what the barber does in this game. Not sure what the point of buying jewelry is right now. It costs a gold to get barbered up, so we're not going to do that. But back to the map. There's a palace over here. Ah, there's a Shadow Knight trainer at the palace. Let's go check that out, because I'm a Shadow Knight. So we're almost a half hour into stream and we haven't done anything exciting yet, nor have we completed any objectives, or even started any objectives for that matter. Oh yes, we did. We're searching for housing. Oh, that's a nice palace. Worthy of an evil city. I guess we found the evil Disneyland. Disneyland after Maleficent takes over. Okay, I don't see anything I particularly need. So I want to be back at Indigo Road, I think. Alright, so there's little teleporters around to help you get around the city easier. At least according to that map. Let's see how useful it really is. I think we want to be in Indigo. I just Googled it. I think we want to be in Indigo neighborhood for the cheap housing. Now, if I come back to the map, alright, I'm Googling this. The door near the innkeeper. So we need to find 8 Indigo Hollow. Ah, there's the housing guy, according to Google. Let's do this. I hope there's a way to we can set it up to do fast travel to the player room. One of these days I'll memorize the layout of the city, but it's going to take a few streams. We're not going to be spending a terribly large amount of time in city. Yep, here's the guy I saw on Google. First-time buyer. Word of accomplishments is spread like wildfire. Innkeeper would like to set me up with my own home. I can also talk about the specifics of housing. I get a chandelier, a mirror, a table, and a bulletin board. So now if I go into the journal, use the room door to be given your in-room. Click on the buy button to get your room. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. There's nothing new in my bags. Alright, so we found the housing guy. but use the room door to be given your in-room. Click. Alright. 8 Indigo Road. Enter house. Oh, we never read the book from last night, so I guess we got to do that real quick. Basic items. Chandelier, mirror, table, bulletin board. This will be my trophy room for the lore quests. So this is called Shatter Song. This was the ghost trophy from last night. That's cool. Alright, so that's the ghost trophy. Let me get in real. Alright, that looks pretty cool. Obviously, we need to put more on the wall. So, The Haunting by Serena Melusine, Bard of Kanos Harbor. Being a tale that crosses time and knows no boundaries. For know that ghosts are merely those that once lived, and that they too can love. A story of true love. She had always been drawn to that house. The whitewash of its crumbling stone walls had worn away with the rain to streak the ground around it with a dull gray film. No one lived there or had for generations, yet in her mind's eye, Maeda could see the walls rebuilt, a basket of flowers, no, ivy, beside the circular window that faced the street. Her mother chided her. That is a place of haunting, Maeda, and you would do well to stay away. But she could not. And so when her betrothed demanded she name the palace in which they would live, she said simply, I would live there. And he laughed, pushing open the remains of a heavy wooden door that still hung by crumbling leather straps. In this, you would be queen of the dead in this forsaken tomb, he said mockingly. We will live in my summer palace. Make ready, for the wedding is within the year. Now Maeda's heart grieved, for this tumble-down cottage of her youthful fancy was leagues from the king's summer palace. And so to ease her homesickness for a home that was not her own, she began to work the tapestry which would hang in her new house once she was married to the king. You are mad, said her mother angrily. The king does you great honor, and you stitch a hovel to decorate his palace. Maeda shook her head and continued to work. Sometimes she would sit within the cottage's humble walls, ignoring the jumble of broken crockery left through years of neglect. She imagined the fireplace cleared of the fallen chimney stones, its hearth bathed red and gold by firelight. Upon the hearth would be a cat. No, a dog. As she stitched in her chair before this imaginary fire, another chair would slowly appear in the darkness across from her, and he read to her. Maeda felt she would always know that voice, though she knew it not in her waking. She could never remember what stories she heard. She only knew that she felt as though the walls of her world closed in upon her at the thought of never hearing that voice again. For she knew, even as she worked her tapestry in the still of her room, that once she was married, she should never hear it again. On the week before her wedding, Maeda had nearly completed her work. Her mother berated her. That is not what that haunted house looks like. For Maeda had carefully crafted from her dreams the thatching of the cottage roof, a tiny pane of glass centered in the front window, and a line of herbs drying along the eaves. And yet anyone who saw it knew instantly which of all the ruined houses along the lane this was. We marry tomorrow, the omens are better, said the king, striding into her bower and disturbing her work. Tomorrow, that is impossible, she cried, tracing the barest of curtsies before her betrothed. It is a week tomorrow, you mean. He laughed and pulled her roughly toward him, saying, Nothing is impossible for someone in love. Maeda felt a great weight lifted from her at his words. Nothing was impossible? Then she would do what she must, for she was in love with the voice that came from the darkened chair beside the fireplace in the cottage of her dreams. I must finish this tonight, she murmured, if we are to wed tomorrow. And the king laughed again and left her to her work. Through the night, Maida worked, pausing only to close her eyes and see with her heart. At last, as the sun slowly rose in the east, she ran a soft hand across her completed work. Her eyelids drifted slowly shut. Then she heard him say, I am glad you are staying, beloved. He rose from the chair beside the fire and, taking her hands into his, led her out the open door into her new world. And so, when the king's entourage arrived to escort Maida to the altar, they found her not. All that remained in her room was her tapestry of the cozy white cottage. Through its window, one might glimpse the shadowy form of a man and a maid seated before the fire, while a dog drowsed on the hearth at their feet. That's a cool story. I like that story. But the book is taking up space in my inventory, and I've got room for 200 inventory spaces in this house. Let's see, we put Shatter Song here, so let's place the book. We're going to line up books on the floor underneath their matching trophies, I think. Good enough. The Haunting. Alright. For now, that's how we're going to do things. In the front, we'll put the generic items. Bulletin board. We're going to place a table. We're going to place the mirror on this side. And the chandelier has to go on the ceiling all the way up there. Alright, and the back room is where we'll store all the trophies. Since we have a 200 item limit according to Google, that should cover me for like 90 quests, because I'm just going to use this for my lore and legend storage. It says they sent me gifts. I have to open some kind of chat window. Alright, I have to still finish learning how houses work. Alright, I've just paid 2 weeks worth of rent. So if I click that, I leave the house. If I come back to here, I can enter the house from here. And let's see if I come back into my spells. Alright. So I can't cast it from inside the house. Alright. This wall looks bare. We need more trophies. Let's go on another hunt. So now we got our player house, which was the major objective of today. So now, if I come into knowledge, set recall point. Which means when we finish a quest, boom, we recall here, we can place our trophy. Now, let's go. Now I gotta figure out how to get back into the game world. I do want to look at this horse merchant real quick. We are pretty much completely out of money now since I paid 2 weeks rent, but I just want to see what he's got. They require special currency. All these prices are in gold. Looks like I won't be seeing a mount for a while. Oh, well, that's a goal to work towards. Now, where's the exit of the city? We want to get back into the forest to find either skeletons or Dracota. I think we bypassed the elementals in that little village, so... Alright, is this where I came into the city? This looks a bit familiar. Yeah. Let's go through this tunnel back into the forest. And then we'll explore. Oh no, this is a tunnel back into another section of the city. Alright, how do I get back outside the city then? Ah, that's a cool looking forge. I can't believe I made that jump. Well, maybe I do, because I got nice wings, but... I'm hoping that's the way out. Maybe. So yeah, I don't want to backtrack all the way to the elementals. They're all underleveled based on where I need to be anyway. But if I go for, that's not the exit of the city. But if I go for, alright, I'm completely the opposite end of town from where I want to be. But that's what exploration is for, learning your way around. So yeah, we're looking for either skeletons or Dracota, which I believe I might be a little underleveled for, so what's going on here? Let's do this, though. Let's put that there. And that'll populate with any of the creatures that we complete lore and legend for. So right now it's only useful against ghosts. We're going to explore around the forest a little bit. And then we will, if we're not finding what we want, we'll learn how to go somewhere else. But I want to try and hit skeletons and possibly Dracota, if they are in fact in the forest outside the city. From what I saw in the list of quests, Dracota are otherwise a high-level monster in other areas, so we'll see. Let's take note of our bearings. There's where we go into the city. Let's look around for enemies. Alright. We're going to pick up whatever collection items we can as we see them. Let's get a couple levels first. Let's get one level. I don't think this is one of the enemies. Yeah, I can say for certain this isn't one of the enemies we need to fight. Let's get to level 9, though. Because I think the skeletons and the Dracota that we're going for are level 11 or 12, according to Google. So it'd be nice to get myself up to level 9 before going to fight them. Ah, I dropped a treasure chest. A bone rot staff. It's gonna multiply my combat by 3, but slow down my speed by 3. I don't think it's worth it to equip. We'll just consider that merchant loot for now, I think. That one's level 9. I want to see if I'm ready to fight. I'm ready. I want to see if I can handle monsters stronger than me.